Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So a lot of people been wondering why Errol the True Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas hasn't been announced yet. I'm one of those people. Errol the True Spence Jr. is the WBC and IBF welterweight world champion, unified champion. Yordenis Ugas is now the WBA super champion, which is the actual champion for the WBA at welterweight. Both guys PBC. Both guys seem willing and ready to fight one another and fight anybody for that matter. And it's a unification match. It's one step closer to Undisputed. When you look at the small details, Yordenis Ugas, this is his first time actually being a champion. This is his first time having an opportunity to unify the belts. This will be the biggest payday in his career. It's really a no-brainer for Yordenis Ugas to fight Errol Spence Jr. next. For Errol Spence, this is just one step closer to Undisputed, which is your number one goal in your career right now, is to be undisputed at 147. When anybody asks Errol Spence in an interview what's his goal is, what he is trying to accomplish before he move up, and his main goal is always to become undisputed at welterweight. This is an opportunity to advance that goal, grab that WBA belt from Yordenis Ugas. Again, it's also good payday for you, good fight. You can sell that fight. It's a unification, and Yordenis Ugas is a fantastic fighter and a very formidable opponent. And the fans understand and they know that Yordenis Ugas ain't nothing that you could just walk all over. He is going to give you a good fight. So it's a win-win situation for everybody, really. For the fans, for the fighters, everybody. I don't know why this fight hasn't been announced yet. Now, I know in boxing, man, things take time. And that's something that as fans, we can't be naive to. We can't, be oblivious to. We can't be ignorant to that. We gotta understand, that these things take time. But at the same time, I feel like this fight should have been announced already. We need to keep these fighters with fight dates, especially when fights can easily be made, especially when, the fight makes all the sense in the world to make. Now, I know Texas, we're opening up everything to 100% capacity. Maybe they were waiting on clarification and confirmation on that, because the fight will most likely take place in the state of Texas. I don't know if it's going to be at Cowboys Stadium. Errol Spence pretty much has the keys there. Jerry Jones, Cowboys organization, they love Errol Spence having fights in their venue. Always does good numbers. He did a phenomenal gate in the pandemic with Danny Garcia. And then, of course, he had a very successful outing with Mikey Garcia, back in 2019. So, this is just a great fight, and I'm just wondering what's taking it so long for it to get announced. But maybe they're just trying to work out all of the things around the fight, like, venue, capacity and different things like that. Is it going to be pay-per-view? Is it going to be on regular TV? I don't know, but I'm hoping that this fight gets announced soon. As fans, man, and rightfully so, we're becoming impatient, because we really don't get the fights that we feel like we deserve. We don't get the best fights all the time. We don't get the fights that make the most sense all the time. So this is just one of those fights where it's like, bro, like nothing should be able to stand in the way of this. Keith Thurman, I know he trying to finesse and finagle his way into a fight with Yordenis Ugas to try to, slither his way on in. Man, look, we can't afford that. Yordenis Ugas versus Keith Thurman is a great fight. I would love to watch it, but man, look, let's get this unification going on. That's what's most important. Let Terrence Crawford. Why Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter hasn't been announced yet. I don't know. Let Terrence Crawford go ahead and fight Sean Porter. let Earl go ahead and fight Ugas. Maybe Keith Thurman get a rematch with Danny Garcia. You could put Keith Thurman in there with who the hell you could put. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's guys you could put Keith Thurman in there with. You know, he need a comeback fight. He coming off of an L with Manny Pacquiao. He still ain't fought since then. Let him go in there and get him, you know, a comeback fight. You know, Keith Thurman loved those. A get back fight. This my get back fight. You know what I'm saying? You know he loved get back fights. Let him get, you know, a fight with his new haircut. We ain't even seen how he gonna look with his haircut. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if the power was in the hair. You dig what I'm saying? So let's see what Keith Thurman looked like after that loss with Manny Pacquiao before he tried to get a title fight with Yordenis Ugas. You dig what I'm saying? So, man, this fight's to be made. I wouldn't be surprised if, similar to last year, where PBC, they rolled out a full schedule. You know, Showtime had their schedule, and it was like 3-4 months in advance. PBC on Fox had their schedule, which was the same way, and that was pretty dope. I like that. That way the fans know what's going on. We have sort of an itinerary. We kind of understand, all right, look, these guys are fighting, these guys are fighting. You know, if it's going to be pay-per-view fights, you can get your money ready ahead of time. I like that concept, and I heard that they might do something like that. We might be having something like that coming. I don't know for sure, but that would be amazing. I'm hoping that over the next couple of weeks, we get some sort of schedule for Showtime and for Fox, you know, for PBC to start scheduling these fights, because especially with a lot of these belts, you got Castano, Charlo, like it's a lot of undisputed shit going on that side. And then hopefully with everybody else, DAZN, they get them a schedule going, Top Rank get them a schedule going, you know, that way we can go ahead and see how this shit gonna shake up. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. You know, do y'all have another theory on why this fight hasn't been announced yet? And, you know, do you like the idea of what PBC did last year with the scheduling and, you know, mapping everything out for the fans? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.